Hello everybody, this is a reading for Leo for October 2020. It's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody out there, but it hopefully, you know, what works for you, take it. What doesn't work for you, just leave it. You can check your sun, moon, and rising. This is your sun sign. You can check your moon and rising sign. Also, if you don't know much about astrology, I don't know that much. I'm learning every day. You can go to astro.com, astro.com, and you can get a free natal chart. You do have to know your date of birth, your time of birth, and your place of birth, and really precise. You do have to know, like, if you're born at, I was born at 9:32 p.m., you have to know that, because a minute or two can really change something. Okay. So this is for Leo, and Leos are born, in case you don't know, it's July 23rd. Sorry, I was putting the card down. July 23rd to August 22nd. The first card out is the Six of Swords in reverse. This is telling me you're moving away from something. Let's see what. Let's see. All right. Heartbreak, heartache. Could be by your own hand too. A lot of thoughts, a lot of hurt. But I always love this card because the sun's rising, so and it's in reverse, so you are definitely moving away from this. This is something you're not going to let control you or get the better of you. Sorry, I have a new setup right now, and I don't know the best angle, so. All right. Your swords are air signs. It's Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. If that resonates with anybody. They're also working together. It's your thoughts, your communication, your mind, your logic, beliefs, how we create our beliefs. You know, everything's up in the mind with the swords. And that's why I say a lot of times the Ten of Swords in reverse is, or the Ten of Swords period, is kind of like you're your own worst enemy. But even if that's the case, you are recognizing you are your own worst enemy. You're either getting help for it, you're getting counseling for it, or you're getting away from a toxic person that's feeding you thoughts that are sticking with you that don't need to be. All right. A lot of swords. And Leo's a fire sign, so you think we'd have wands. The cards just don't want to come out today. Sorry about all the shuffling, but I'm a firm believer in shuffling. All right, here's another sword. It's an ace. Ace of Swords. Ooh. Move this up a little bit. All right. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Two aces on the board. Let's scoot this back a little bit. Hope y'all are doing well. It's definitely turning into fall out over here where I live. King of Wands. There you go, fire sign. That's you. Even though the king could be male on the card, I never give them genders. You could be a female with very strong male tendencies. You could be a male with even more masculine tendencies. I mean, it's the characteristics of the card. which the king, you're the king. You're standing in your own power. All right, last one here. Another swords. Wow. All righty. Let's put this together. Try to move this a little bit here. All right. So again, we have the Six of Swords. I just moved all the cards. I can get these away. The Six of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and we have the Three of Pentacles. All right. So this is telling me, again, with the Six of Swords, you're moving away from something. It might not be as fast as you want to move away from it. You still have some swords upright, so it's looks like she just let go of them. And this card is in reverse. So this is a process I think you're going through at the moment. And it has to deal with either being, your own worst enemy. You put the swords in your back, or somebody else did that. It's heartache, it's devastation, it's total loss, it's total, the card says it for itself. It's you're done. There's no more you can do. Again, this is in reverse, so this is telling me you are coming through this. Then you have the Three of Pentacles, and this talks about working together with somebody. It talks about starting a new project with somebody, a partnership, and you work well with this person. So this, I think, it could be the Pentacles are earth signs. They're Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and they're very grounding. It's your physical. It is your jobs, your home, anything, your security, anything you earn money for is the Pentacles. So this could be starting a new job, a new project with somebody. But you get along really well with this person. And you're dealing with your thoughts. You're up in your head a lot, but you are getting better. All right. So then we have the Seven of Wands. And this is protecting your area, this is your boundaries to me. And this in reverse is telling me that you might not have very good boundaries. You might be working, that might be part of the process, you're working on your boundaries. And the Ace of Swords in reverse. New thoughts, new ideas, new beginnings. Again, it's in reverse. So the thoughts are there. It just hasn't come into fruition yet. I think once you deal with your swords, your thoughts, get back on your feet again with this job that's coming in, this partnership, I think that will help turn your sword around. I think it will help your boundaries. You really need to, I keep getting that you need to kind of sit down with a pen and paper, and you need to write down everything. You need to write down everything, like a diary. You can burn it. If you're afraid of anybody seeing it or whatever, you can burn it. But you just need to write down what's going on. What's going on with the swords? What's going on in your head? What's going on with your thoughts? Or get counseling if that's needed. There's conflict with the Five of Wands. It could be in the home. Disagreements. Could be maybe with the job coming in, maybe people don't agree with. If it's something with the marriage, with the boundaries, that could be the fight with that. But again, you have this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's new money coming in, new ways to make money coming in. It's in reverse, so it's not quite here yet, but I think it's starting to trickle in with this job, with this partnership. And this might not be work. I don't feel like this is something that you consider work. If it's something you love, they say you never work a day in your life. And I think that's something you're really enjoying. It makes you very peaceful. It could be a side job. It could be an Etsy. It could be something like that. You need to put more time into it. You need to try to, and that could be where the conflict's coming in. People are telling you can't do it. Could be the thoughts. You can do it. There's no doubt you can do it. You're the King of Wands. And I think this is you ultimately. Ultimately, this is where you need to be. Standing in your own power, knowing your truth, not afraid of what people are saying or doing. If you hear chewing in the background, it's my dog eating. I'm sorry. Standing in your truth, your power. Again, it's a fire sign. It's you, you know. It is definitely, it's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And if you know somebody like that. Very, very passionate. Very very inspired. And wands, they create. So don't be afraid. Again, if it's a shop, if it's Etsy or something, don't be afraid. And the last card we have here is the Nine of Swords. And this is a sign of worry and anxiety, sleepless nights. It's in reverse. So I think those days are leaving. I think those days are gone. I think once you come to terms with letting yourself move forward and move away from a situation that's holding you back, I think the worry and anxiety will dissipate. Trust in the King of Wands. If it's you, believe in yourself. Definitely believe in yourself. If it's not, if it's another physical person, trust them. They're a mentor, a guide. They've been through it. They know. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and you got the Ace of Swords in the middle, so that's definitely, you know, new thoughts, new beliefs, how you're going to do things. It's full of the butterflies. Look at all the transformation. It's a beautiful card. And you will transform. You will grow. You will learn. But you have to get out of your head, or you have to be able to understand what's going on in your head and get help or get clarity on a situation, on if it's jobs. I don't think it's jobs. I think it's more either mentally you, or I think it's home. But you definitely have to set your boundaries and stick to them. Because it's in reverse. The king is going to stand his ground. He's going to sit there. And, you know, he's got a lion right in front of him. So you try to go up to him. Go try to pet the lion and see what happens. Even though you have a dragon in that, you're not sure of your boundaries. You're really wishy-washy in that situation. So you need to work on your boundaries. There's good books out there. And you got the Ace of Wands. Look at that. Passion, new beginnings, new projects. Whatever you're birthing here, again, it'll come to fruition. This is upright, and this is you. You know, creating, writing, reading, painting, drawing, whatever you want to create. That's the green light right there. You have it in you. You just have to believe in you. That's a whole part of it. You have to believe in yourself. All right, we're going to pull a chakra card to see what chakra you need to pay attention to. The chakras are the major energy centers of the body. I work with the 7 major ones. I think in this deck there's 8. I think they do the spirit as one. Let me see really quick. Well, they have the Earth Star with the... Yeah, they have several more than I work with, but well, if I need to, I can read from the book. So, whoops, that's too many. This is Chakra Reading Cards, guidebook by Rochelle Sharman. Well, that's a guidebook, but these are the cards. Okay. So we have grounding. Look at that. That's, I think, a big Earth, Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, your grounding, your centeredness. Meditate if you meditate. Take a walk in the woods. I always tell everyone, go barefoot outside for a while, even in the cold. I mean, you know, not in the snow or ice or something, but if it's where you can, even just for 5 minutes, get in touch with nature. And I always notice on this card, it looks like all the different ways to go, all the different, you know, it's almost a chaotic tree to me. But if you just stand in center, and it's a number 4 card, which is a number of foundation, you know, 4 legs on a table, etc., etc. It's a strength. If you stand, just be still for a while. Listen to nature. I think you'll have a lot of clarity on your questions too. All right, we're going to pull a Halloween oracle because this is the month of October. This is the Halloween oracle by Stacy DeMarco. It's one of my favorite decks, and I don't use it except for this time of year because I don't want to get tired of it. Not that I ever could, but all right. Let's see. I pulled 2. Let me get 1. I want to go 1 card for Leo. There we go. Woo! The Skull of Light, Illumination. Seeing things clearly. Again, I think once you can get grounded, I think once you get out of your head so much, so to speak, that you will start seeing things more clearly. Those boundaries will go up. It says, we can stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victories are ours. Should the Skull of Light enter your life, know that it is time to open yourself fully to the clarity of bright illumination. Allow yourself to be seen, to see, and to act upon what is shown to you. The time has passed for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really doesn't suit us. I think that's what you've been doing here exactly, is accepting the status quo. I think you've just been accepting it. You've been letting the swords go in your back, and this is the way it's going to have to be. You need to move on from that. It's time. It is definitely time. At least to start the thought process, start putting plans into motion. It's time. You can do it. You got to get out of the anxiety and the worry. All right. And we are going to pull a grace card, which is your word of for the month of October. You could use this to meditate. You can use it. You can put it up on your mirror if it's something that needs to remind you. Trust. Trust. And I think this is more trust in yourself. That's what I get. I get trust in you. You have to trust you. You have to love you. It's a very watery card. She almost looks mermaidish to me. I think she's holding a seashell. But not that that matters. It's just emotions. I think, you know, trust. The more we follow our intuition, the more we'll find that the right doors open to assist us in fulfilling our life's purpose. And that's what we want. We want to set those boundaries up. We want to start that business or start that endeavor or keep doing what we're doing and for it to be a success. But you have to trust. And you have to trust in yourself. Trust you can do it, because you can do it. The Ace of Swords says so. Definitely. And so does the Ace of Wands. That's all new beginnings. Just for you. Just for you. All right. And the last card, oops, sorry about that. I don't know if I can reach these. Sorry. Okay. Is a note from your higher self, from the higher Leo, to you now, Leo. It's a note from your higher self to you now. What you need to know from your higher self. The us that has been there, done that before is trying to tell you something. And we are seeing what it is. All right. Reconsider your commitments. Look at that. And to me, that could be all these are your commitments. All those are the burdens you're bearing. You need to learn to say no when you need to learn to say no and walk away from it. And say yes to those, but not always. You can say it nicely. Have you piled so much on your plate that there's little room for you? Identify what truly matters and graciously decline the rest. There's a universe of meaningful opportunities on the other side of no. In fact, every no makes space for the perfect yes. Your freedom is closer than you think. I agree. Totally. I think that all plays in nicely. So do that mental work. If you need to get professional help, get professional help. But I honestly think it's a process that you need to just understand what's going on with you and why you're doing things or why you're allowing things to happen to you. The worry, the anxiety, it will dissipate. You need to put more of your time into you, to trust yourself, for self-love, for grounding. Start that new project. You got 3 aces, including, the one that's you. Ace of Wands, your passion. Go for it. You have it in you. You have the strength. You are Leo. You have the strength. Trust in yourself. Hope this resonates with some of you. If you would like a private reading, you can just email me on the email below. You can like, share, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And have a very wonderful month of October. If this resonates with you, I'd love to hear your comments from below. You can just let me know if this works. I appreciate it. All right. Thanks. Bye. Have a great month.